Hi everyone, Erin here again today, and I wanted to start making a spring, well it's not really spring anymore, it's about to be summer, a summer wreath. My inspiration is the inspiration sheet that's coming from Creative Embellishments for the June challenge, which is right here. So that's the inspiration, and where I'm kind of going with it, as you see the wreath over here and some chipboard pieces, is I have a box. This is my box of all my flowers that it was the last one in the pack. It was, you know, a single, I may have made it myself, just oddball little flowers left over. I then went through and kind of picked out from the color scheme, and the color scheme I was pulling from the inspiration was all the blues, kind of the teals, the orange colors, and then at the bottom there was little flowers that were mostly white and kind of cream colored. So that was the draw from the inspiration. The last one was, I know they were fairies, but I'm gonna pull little butterflies because I have these. And seriously, I've had every single one of these flowers for at least 3 years. And so I just pulled everything. Am I gonna use every single one? Maybe not. Some of these are like viney things. You know, look at these guys, they're like vining ones. Some of these are just gigantic flowers, and some are little flowers, but they all kind of fit in the color scheme. The first part's gonna be painting my chipboard. Now, I pulled various little pieces of chipboard. Here's 4 pieces that I'm gonna wedge kind of in my cluster of flowers that is gonna go on the side of the wreath. And by the way, I got this wreath, and you just probably saw the video a few days ago. It's my dollar store find. This was a $1 wreath at the dollar store. They actually came in 2 sizes. This is the smaller one, and this is the larger one. They were each $1. And I was gonna try and do it on the littler wreath, but I thought, nah, let's go for bigger. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint all these guys kind of going for kind of a linen tone. So I don't have a linen color per se, but I'm gonna blend a couple of colors from DecoArt and try and achieve that color. Once they're dry, and I'll come back and talk about this, I'm then gonna have some fun and put on some of this brand new metallic luster I just got from DecoArt too. So the other part is these are gonna get embedded in. I also wanted to add some other little chipboard pieces, and I'm gonna kind of do them 2 different colors. These are gonna be a lighter color, all these swirls, and then these little berry looking things right here that I'm gonna tuck into various places are gonna be more of the darker color, the iced espresso color. So they're kind of 2 different shades and just kind of playing it up. So let's get started. So I just got finished letting these dry overnight. What I had done previously was painted them using various different types of DecoArt paints. And then I went back and did 2 various colors. For the darker color, I used the Iced Espresso Metallic Luster from DecoArt. And then for the lighter color ones, which I did 4 of them, I did the Champagne Ice. Once they were all done, and I just used my finger to apply, as you saw, I went back and I put on the acrylic sealer. And I did spray this outside, which is why you did not see me do this step. Because it can get pretty fumey. It's a spray paint, basically. Then I let them dry. The whole point of doing the sealer is once I put the metallic luster on, I did not want it to rub off See, it's not coming off on my fingers. It's nice. It's also given a little bit of a stiffness to the chipboard, which is kind of nice, but it still has that beautiful shine to it. And that really pretty, see, it's right there. It just has that kind of shimmeriness. So when I apply it to our wreath, they'll be good to go. So I'm just gonna lay these off to the corner because I'm gonna put them in last. It is not a perfect circle, and for a dollar store wreath, I'm not too worried about that. It's a little bit of flat here and kind of bowed out. So I'm gonna call this my top because it looks kind of like a little bit of a rounded triangle right now. So I'm gonna call this my top and then work kind of in this space. So for pretty much all of this, and I have two of them over here because I have just a tiny bit left in both bottles and I don't really know how much. Because there is not so much left in the bottle, I'm gonna hold them upside down, and I just have a little container that you can kind of tell I've used for glue previously. And so that way the glue doesn't settle back at the bottom and I have to keep waiting for it to come loose. So they're just gonna rest out in there as I'm using them. So let's get started. And there we go. Cute little fun floral wreath with some cute little butterflies on there, purely from scraps, using This is all scrapbooky supplies if you really want to think about it, with the exception of the floral wreath. The rest all came from scrapbook kits, scrapbook chipboard, so you don't have to go out and buy new things. These are things that you may already have, just looking at them in a different way and creating a really pretty wreath. This is not weatherproof by any stretch of the imagination, but it is something that you can definitely put in your house. You could put on the inside of the door. You could put it, as long as it's like a covered area, as long as you don't get like super big winds. This has still got a little bit of drying time. And the other thing is you don't want to have your little kids like poking and prodding at it. And when you store it, be very careful with the way you store it, because it is, you know, chipboard pieces, and these, you know, it is somewhat fragile. Anyway, hope you enjoy a fun spring summer wreath. It's just kind of a fun play on colors. Thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.